So we've already went over some of this. I tried looking up the Hebrew titles of nobility. And whatever that is that gnaws at you, it said that wasn't good enough. Go back. And I found it. I found what I was looking for. Let's start with this. I learned some stuff along the way that I didn't know before. Let's go. Let's see here. Bear with me. I'm going to let this read it and then we're going to discuss it. Come on.
Biblical data. The title, Adon equals Lord, was given to the owner of property and slaves. Also to the person to whom homage was paid as a guest of honor, Gen XVIII. 3. Or who has done an act of kindness, IBXIX. 18. Abraham was entitled Lord, and Nesi Elohim equals Mighty Prince, IBXXIII. 6. Also, Prophet, IBXX. 7. The representative of the people was a Melech equals leader, or in some cases, king. Next in rank was the aloof equals duke, or chieftain. Each of the dukes of Esau was the ruler of a family or clan, IB. XXXVI. 15, and was probably subject to the head of the whole tribe. The king appointed a viceroy termed Mishnah equals second. Joseph was Mishnah to Pharaoh, with the title Abrek equals bow the knees, IBXLI. 43, denoting the reverence due to his dignity. Though according to the Talmud, Abrek is a compound word whose two elements signify, respectively, father in wisdom and young in years. The whole denoting young father in the sense of Jupiter equals Jew plus.
Alright, so we see there that Abraham had a title, right? Abraham had a title of not only Lord, but of Nash Elohim, Mighty Prince. So I was thinking to myself, from now on, that's how I'm going to address Abraham when I speak of him, which was interesting. And then you had Joseph, his title. Since we all know he was second in charge only to the Pharaoh.
Mishnah equals second.
Mishnah. So you had Mishnah, and he was a prince. I don't really comprehend why they threw Jupiter in there, but we'll pick back up with that. We're gonna get to the good part. It's coming up because we found what we were looking for.
Jupiter equals Jew plus Pater Levinson, Shorishi Lebanon SV. Closing parenthesis dot. Pharaoh renamed Joseph Zaphnath Paneah equals the revealer of secrets. Moses as a spiritual leader was recognized by the titles Ishhal Elohim equals the man of God Doi XXXIII 1 and Ebed YHWH equals the servant of the Lord IBXXXIV. 5. These titles were applied to other prophets also. Isam E. 27, Isa XLII 19.
So that through Joseph's renaming down there, that Paneah, right? That name reminded me of something American, Indian like the name Pontiac. I was like, that's interesting. Just the sounding, and of course they're reading with an English accent, so what it sound like with the Paleo Hebrew accent. We're gonna get to it here. So we know Joseph had a title. Moses has a title. There's a title mentioned in Samuel and in Isaiah. And we know Abraham had a title more than just Abraham, but he was prince. Let's see here. Let me see, I'm gonna pause this.
The civil administration was conducted by judges who had the title of prince, ruler, sar, sarim, over certain divisions of the people, comprising thousands, hundreds, fifties, and tens, xxvii. 21. In a later period the judges, Shaphadim, became the real rulers of the Israelites, till, like the Gentiles, the latter adopted a king. In Moses' time these were called also the Zechariah equals elders and the Nesiim equals rulers. Lev. IV. 22 of the congregation.
So Shaphadim, right, was the name for the judges. And I thought that was, something I didn't know. But here it is. We're about to get down here to where it finally caught me, and I'm like, that's what I was looking for. So let's get through this. All right. Titles of the first. There we go.
The title of birth Becker, assigned to the firstborn son in every family, carried with it special privileges of inheritance. The title Kohanim equals priests applied to all descendants of Aaron, and that of Lewiim equals Levites to the rest of the tribe of Levi, carried with them privileges with regard to tithes and certain duties in connection with the administration of religious services in the temple. Thus the senior priest was called Kohen Mashiach equals the anointed priest, or Kohen Gadol equals the high priest. The prophet, Nabi, are also the titles Roa and Hosea equals Seer, Isam. X. 9. 2 Kings XVII. 13.
So there they are. Titles for the priest, your firstborn, and the high priest. And that, I mean, come on. Like we're like, to me, I'm like, okay, from now on, I gotta change the way, I speak when it comes to this stuff.
Kohanim equals
Kohanim, right? That was the other one. I'm like, that sounds so native. Or indigenous, however the correct term I'm looking for. I hope you understand what I mean. And then here it is. Here it is. Let's see, how far do we want to go?
titles of nobility not connected with the tribe of Levi, but recognized by the people are conferred by the king as distinctions of ancient and noble stock. High descent and gentility were the following: Azil, Hor equals Freeman, and Nasik Razin, or Razon, of XIV. 28 equals Prince. Titles of civil officers chosen by the people were Aloof, Nasi, Nagid, Kazin, and Rosh equals Chief. Titles of officers connected with the royal palace were Abiha Melech, the father of the king, i.e., Prime Minister, Saris, eunuch, Chamberlain, the king's friend, 1 Kings IV. 57, Rabha Tabahim, executioner, Yorish Ezer, crown prince, Mishnah, viceroy, Shalish, third in rank chief of staff, Nizab or Nazib, tribal governor, 1 Kings IV. 7, Peha, Sagan, lieutenant and deputy, Jair, Lee. 23, Abir, Adir, knight and hero, Kareti and Peleti, royal couriers and headsmen forming the bodyguard of David. Saran, satrap of the Philistines, Tifsar, a military.
So look at all those titles. When you're running your kingdom, right? These are all the Hebrew, titles of nobility. And did you get the one up there about the Freeman? There you go.
Azil, Hor equals Freeman.
See that? Oh, it was right there. It was right there, and I bypassed it, man. I went on. A lot of this other stuff is all their modern terminology, what they've decided, in their councils in Philadelphia of what titles of nobility are. So I'm put this in the description if you want to read all that. But that right there, that is it. That's what I was looking for. Because once I read that, it was like I could be at peace now. Oops. So I know it was long. I hope you enjoyed it, because that was one of those moments where I was excited. I had to jump up and down and I was just excited. I couldn't believe it. You got so we don't have to, not that we ever were, but we don't have to claim no eel or bay for our titles of nobility. There it is, plain and simple. Freeman.